Okay, let's try it again. Are we back? I think so. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that weird other 10 minutes. But I guess we'll see. What happens if I click select stream here? Ah, interesting. There's been an update to OBS that I just quickly did as well, just in case that's like the reason for some of the crashes. Yeah, that made me real mad. Yeah. Because whenever this thing crashes, like I can't fix it until it's finished doing its thing. Like I need to wait for it. So that means that Task Manager can't close it, and Task Manager itself doesn't work. None of my system things work at all. So I just have to wait for it, and it was taking an incredible amount of time. And I tried to restart my computer, and that didn't work. Like it was still endlessly stuck on restarting. I had to hard restart and then wait for it to fix itself. And now we're back. And if it crashes again, then that's it for today, I'm afraid. But yeah, here we are. Damn, dude. Talk about a mood dampener. Anyway. I can't remember what I was talking about before, but TikTok recap stuff. Let's do that. And then we'll do some music at the end. Jesus. I hate it when this happens. Yeah, anyway. Oh, was I talking about Israel-Palestine? That's a crazy coincidence, actually. Anyway, yeah. So, I think I was watching some of the journalists, and the journalists talking about their lives and reporting on some of the stuff in Palestine. I don't think there's been any major development, but that doesn't matter. Obviously, you know, like 300 people are killed every day, so it's obviously every day is still technically a development. It's just nothing new has happened. It's all just the same shit. But there's a way of understanding it that was done by this one person who makes really, really, really eloquent videos, and was just spitting bar after bar after bar as in this particular video. So we're gonna show that together, and then we're gonna see if this continues to go. So here we go. Not this video, this one.
Yesterday, someone.
Okay, and it's a 5-minute video, but it's worth watching. So yeah, we're just gonna go through this, and you'll see what I mean, because it is literally amazing. So let's hope that things will not freeze again, and please enjoy this. It's great, and follow this person if you don't follow them already, because yeah, they do amazing stuff. So here we go.
Yesterday, someone who I think in good faith was coming into my comments to learn asked the question, okay, Israel's an apartheid state. What do we do? Like, how do we make it right? And I said,
okay, before this happens, I'd like to put forward that my take on this is that the two-state solution is no longer viable. It must be one state that is fully secular, and to me, that's the only possible solution that's left, considering the fact that a two-state solution has been put forward by Israel while they've also been seizing more land, as they pretend to be the moral good guys by trying to, you know, we're being nice, we're suggesting a two-state solution. In the meantime, they're continuing their land grab while they're in those peace talks, and it's just not productive at all. So a two-state solution is just not viable at all. So obviously this person is saying, how do we fix it? And, you know, this is what they'll talk about.
I said, well, first, give all Palestinians full citizenship, full voting rights, and restore their freedom of movement across the entire country.
Good start.
And restore the land that was taken from them over the last 75 years. Mm-hmm. Give it back. And then they replied, okay, but if we do that, how do we ensure we keep Israelis safe from Palestinians?
So many people I have seen online talking about this, how, like, there's going to be backlash. There's going to be so much bloodshed at the end of this. If we fix the problem. So basically, I want to put this in perspective for you before this person gets into their main point. the question is basically, if we stop bombing the shit out of people in Gaza, and if we stop grabbing the land in the West Bank and the rest of Palestine, and if we fix that problem that Israel has created, if Israel fixes the problem, right, how do we then protect them from the inevitable revenge that Palestinians will seek? Surely the implied solution to this is we should just keep doing what we're doing, because the alternative is that Israelis are now in danger. It's really weird, and this is the response. It's great.
I think that's the exact wrong question to ask.
Absolutely.
Let me tell you a story from U.S. history to explain why. So, contrary to many people's popular beliefs, before and during the Civil War, abolition was not a popular point of view, even in the North. The centrist
Abolition of slavery, just for those who are out of the loop. This is abolition of slavery.
Liberal position in the North was that slavery was wrong and abhorrent, sure, but it was absolutely necessary. Because if you suddenly just freed all the black people, oh my God, what would happen? It would be so scary, right? These people who've been treated so violently as slaves, if you even saw them as people, would just be let loose on the country? What would keep them from just killing all the white people and causing total mayhem?
Alex, it's not this is a really good example, and I'm also South African, so I have an example of mine as well. And they actually use a South African example here too, which is really, really good. It's not they'll be annoyed with us; it's they'll kill us. So the argument is literally they're gonna fight back, they're gonna retaliate, they're gonna take revenge. And this person, spoiler, is basically going to point to times in history where the opposite was actually true. That revenge just did not happen in so many different ways. Yeah.
Lincoln himself was not an abolitionist. He only passed the Emancipation Proclamation because he saw it as strategically necessary. Mm-hmm. He had to bring the Southern economy to a grinding halt. And by freeing slaves, in the same time, he could recruit many of those slaves to serve in the Northern Army. Mm-hmm. This was considered so extreme. The idea of arming black people, freed slaves, was totally terrifying to many in the North. And some of the border states even had political movements to try to leave the Union over it. And they believed their fears were totally justified because there was a ton of violence from slaves towards slave owners. This is a very suppressed history, but there were over 250 slave uprisings involving 10 or more slaves attacking slave owners during the antebellum period. And there were countless more cases of individual slaves, killing a slave owner and then running off into the night.
So it was already happening, basically.
I think we have good numbers on how many there were, but there was definitely a lot of precedents of slave on slave owner violence. And this was part of the justification for why we can't free slaves. They're just so violent. But Lincoln took his gamble. He passed this outrageous Emancipation Proclamation law, and it was in fact essential for winning the war.
And can you also see how sort of that fear of freed slaves, because they are inherently so violent, is one of the ways that racism is enshrined? And it's kept going this whole time, and it's used against so many other groups of people. In the case of Gaza, it's used against Muslims. In the case of South Africa, it's used against black Africans. The whole point is that it reinforces the belief that the oppressed people are inherently violent, and if we give them their freedom, they will use that violence against the oppressors, not realizing another reason that might exist for being violent against your oppressors.
But after the war was over, the fear in white people's imagination of black violence did not go away. Yeah. But it was not black people who formed a paramilitary army to terrorize another race.
Exactly.
That was the Ku Klux Klan.
Exactly. And that's the whole point. So it wasn't that people were scared of retribution. It wasn't that retribution actually happened. It's that they were so scared of retribution that they preempted the retribution with their own further violence and oppression. It's crazy. So yeah. It is, yeah. Justly, the analogy is not one-to-one. I don't think it is, but I don't think it's intended to be one-to-one. I think it's meant to be a good example of what happens when an oppressed people are given their freedom, and we think that there's going to be mass retaliation, and there isn't. But the point is, the the point is that that's likely if we can look at if the only kind of reliable source that we have to determine what's going to happen with the Palestinians is that that is by looking to other historical evidence of when this happened in other countries, then we know that most likely they're not going to retaliate as much as Israelis fear they are going to. But, and this is my slightly hotter take, even if they do, it wouldn't be unjustified. In this current case, the Israeli living in the occupied land would be given to a new state or government. Yes. Well, do you think like the Israelis would then be displaced themselves and like moved into somewhere else? I mean, yeah, because it's not their land. It's definitely the Palestinians' land. There could be a way to synthesize that for sure. There was enough space in the area to accommodate them, but the Israeli government wanted a specifically Zionist ethno-state basically in the area. That's why they started sort of taking all of this land and grabbing it up during the Nakba and the subsequent like displacements and things. The when this is all over, if this ever ends without the Palestinians being completely eradicated, the land should be redistributed, of course, and radically so. Like it should be returned back to the way it was. Ideally, to function how Palestine did pre-48 coexistence, yes, which is what it was supposed to happen. Even pre-48, there was a Palestinian it was a British colony, so except for that part, obviously. But pre-1948, there were Palestinians and Jewish people living there already. Like there were already Jewish people living there. There was no effort to displace them. So yeah. Anyway, continuing. I think I'm on the same page as you, Thomas. I think we're like, yeah, I think I'm with you.
It was not black people forming lynch mobs, killing people by the thousands in a spectator sport. So when you say, if we free Palestinians, if we free Palestine, who's going to keep Israelis safe?
It's the wrong question.
Do you see that you're using the same logic as liberals in the Civil War era saying, if we free slaves, who's going to keep white people safe? It's the wrong question to ask. History teaches us we should be much more concerned. If we free Palestinians, who's going to keep them safe from stochastic terrorism from Israelis?
Correct. And there's another example that they're going to use now where they go to South Africa.
Who's going to keep Palestinians safe from Israeli police forces that have been brutalizing them for generations?
Yeah, that's a whole other thing. Because remember, Israelis have literally been taught, counter to Palestinians who have not been taught this, Israeli soldiers have literally been taught, like, from the time they join up. And exactly, indeed, Israeli society has been taught this, that they've been sort of raised on this diet of incredible Islamophobia, that it is a real fear that even if you try and integrate the Palestinians, they will still face incredible discrimination and even danger. Okay, no, but if Israel gave them the land back and let it be known I feel they should, the Israeli living in the currently occupied land would then be in Palestine under Palestinian law. See, this is why I think a two-state solution doesn't work anymore. That's why a two-state solution is untenable. I believe in a one-state solution where the land is completely unified and brought under one secular state where both the Israelis and the Palestinians can live in one state. And I think if we're going to have a nation state, that should be the way that we do it. And I don't think that's a very popular idea yet, but everything that I've seen so far from all the people that I really, really respect on this discussion, they all say that a one-state solution is it's probably the best way of going about this. Unfortunately, it's also one of the hardest ways you're going to convince at least Israelis to be okay with, because obviously they feel very protective over the area. But you can't do two-state anymore because it's just too complicated. Israel has done so much land grabbing that they have rendered a two-state solution impossible, which was their strategy to begin with, by the way. They were trying to eliminate that idea while also during the peace talks saying that a two-state solution is like the best option. Meanwhile, they were literally ensuring that a two-state solution couldn't happen by grabbing so much land and making the borders so difficult to draw that making two states now is practically impossible.
And we know from looking at South Africa that you can end legal apartheid and not make a dent in economic apartheid.
That was the biggest bar in the whole video. It was so cool. Like this, the fact that you can end legal apartheid and do nothing. So I'm South African and do nothing about ending economic apartheid. So, for example, we ended the laws, and yet the economic situation has stayed largely the same. Like there are still the majority of poor people per capita is still overwhelmingly indigenous African and non-white groups, and if there are an increasing number of poor white people in South Africa, it's not because of any kind of race-based thing. That is based on class and based on the economic situation in South Africa. But economic apartheid still exists 100% because there was no effort to actually change that and address it. There was only an attempt to change the surface level laws from a liberal standpoint, saying obviously black people can use the same beach as white people, because that was a law that they couldn't do that. Or doing away with passbooks that black people had to carry all the time to get themselves into the city so that they could work before they got back home to their homeland areas that were allocated for them. This was an amazing, an amazing acknowledgement and a very, very accurate depiction of the history there.
And so just restoring the land that was taken over the last 75 years will not be enough to upend this economic apartheid.
Yeah.
Especially knowing that many of these Palestinian families made their living through agriculture before Israel came and kicked them off their land. And Israel has unfortunately irreparably destroyed much of this land.
Yeah.
The major crop out of Palestine was olives. Olive trees can live for hundreds of years, and Israel regularly bulldozes or cuts down hundreds of year-old groves of olive trees to try to break Palestinian spirit so they'll have no reason to return to the land and no way of making a living if they do. And through land and water mismanagement, Israel has desertified much of the country over the last 75 years.
97% of the water in Gaza is considered undrinkable by United Nations standards. Just remember that. They can't drink. When they drink 97% of their water, they get sick. It's insane.
Polluted water sources, overused water, drying up aquifers. For a really good look at how devastating Israel has been to the ecology of Palestine, check out Raja Shahada's Palestinian Walks. So another question asked is, if Palestine is freed, if all Palestinians are given full equal civil rights, and their land is restored to them, how are we going to keep them safe from Israeli hatred and violence? Mm-hmm. And how are we going to ensure that they have economic security? Mm-hmm. If we look at the history of apartheid in South Africa and the freeing of slaves in the United States, we realize these are much more pertinent questions to ask than how are we going to protect the colonizers from the colonized people once they are freed?
Oh, absolute fire. Yeah, it's an amazing video. It really is. And I think, it is very important to keep that in mind. Once we can't just keep all this pressure up to have a ceasefire and just to stop the fighting, or stop the bombing rather, because there's not much fighting from the other side coming right now. Once that stops, and once we find a way forward, that area is going to be incredibly unstable for the foreseeable future because of what the Israeli government has done and what that settler colonial project of Israel has done to the land over the last 75 years. It will cause economic turmoil for decades to come, and you have to now create this much like people tried to do, in my opinion, people didn't really try nearly as hard as they should have in apartheid South Africa. Once apartheid was ended legally, there was no concerted effort to deconstruct and decolonize the minds of white South Africans. It was just, we're integrated now, we're a rainbow nation, that's it, let's start celebrating. And I don't think that there was enough of an address of white South Africans to what had happened and what they had been complicit in just by being a part of the system. And the same is now true for Israelis. If you now end what's going on here, we have to make sure, I mean, we as I guess as an international community, I suppose, but just as human beings, I hope that they do make sure, any relevant body that's in charge, that Palestinians are protected from systems of oppression and racism that we now have to unlearn because that has now been taught to them since 1947. I'm absolutely with her, but the concern of Israel is for their own people exclusively. So however absurd to us, they have to ask themselves this question: how do we protect the Israeli, even though they are the colonizers? Correct, which is why they need to be decolonized. That is why I think they need to follow what I believe German citizens did after the end of World War II. German citizens engaged in a re-education program where they were informed of the horrors of what was going on, and they were educated out of that so that they could never sort of repeat that mistake again. And I think South Africa would have benefited from an education program like that, and I think Israel would benefit from an education program like that as well, deconstructing their Islamophobia. Because remember, part of the reason that they fear this retaliation is because they've pushed them that hard. They fear retaliation, and if retaliation came, it wouldn't be entirely unjustified. You know what I mean? So I'm not in support of it necessarily, but I'm saying that rather than stopping at how do we protect the Israeli, extend the question to find out really what they mean. How do we protect the Israelis from the Palestinians? And the point is, the Palestinians have never been the threat to the Israelis. And if you redress all of this stuff, you still have to do a lot of work in addressing the economic issues as well. So yeah, I understand this sentiment to look after Israeli interests once the bombardment has come to an end. But it is far more important to take stock of what damage has been done and how we can undo that damage, both in the minds of the Israelis and in the infrastructure of the Palestinians. Are we on the same page? All right, it was a great video. So yeah, it's a really, really, really good analysis of things, and I really like that we are learning from history there. Oh, this person said Rwanda and Germany. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, Rwanda is also a very similar example as well. So yeah, very, very, very cool. Okay. Thomas, if you are typing, please feel free. I love this conversation. You can keep typing. I enjoy discussing it with you. I'll give it a little bit of time just in case. But yeah, I feel yeah, I want to do more. I want to do like a more proper recap and stuff. Oh, okay, cool. All right, excellent. All right, well, good chat. If you want to talk more about this afterwards, I'm happy to as well. But I hope we're on the same page, and it does seem like we are mostly. I understand where you're coming from for sure, and yeah, it's not something that I'm blind to at all. Yeah. Okay. Right, a couple more videos. The Golden Globes was great, except I didn't actually watch it. Did you note that there was a comedian being chosen to host it, and he bombed so freaking hard? And it's just wild. It's such an interesting topic. I think analytically it's interesting to figure out a solution. At least it's stimulating. But right now, and I can't extract my, nor do I believe we should do this. I can't extract my emotions from the subject either. And yeah, like I said, I don't believe we should, because I can't turn away from the absolute abject horror that we see every single day on social media now from what is coming out of this country. It is a nightmare. And every time I learn something new, it's just worse. So it weighs incredibly heavy on me to even watch it. So yeah. And then there's the yellow ribbon pins. What? What are the yellow ribbon pins? Is that part of the Golden Globes? Anyway, speaking of Golden Globes, let's look at this.
And this year, the Golden Globes has asked if each presenter would watch all of the films in their category to have an appreciation of these amazing performances, which I did. I totally watched them. Did you?
Yes. Yes.
So it's only 5 films. It's only 5 films,
crazy.
so you
just watch them.
You sit down, you pop them in, you watch them. It's not a big deal.
Not a big deal.
The comedic timing between these two is amazing.
And wow, these performances.
Oh my gosh.
These performances. The Emily Blunt. Salmon fishing in the Yemen.
Emily Blunt, always beautiful, always amazing.
And when the salmon are coming out,
when the bad guy comes,
and the salmon's like, and
you're in Yemen,
and Judi Dench, where did she come from? Unknown.
Amazing.
She used to be a police officer, and her first movie, Best Exotic Marigold Hotel,
oh
and
gosh.
she comes into town.
And she's on that tractor
and
with
the marigolds everywhere.
In her hair.
And
she comes in that one scene. You know that
she
scene.
Looks at the town people, and she says, "You get out of here!
Get out!"
Incredible.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Some people at the Golden Globes were wearing yellow ribbon pins that usually are for childhood cancer, yet in this instance, Israeli hostages in Gaza. Yeah, some of the celebrities have truly disappointed me as to how they've decided to position themselves. And yeah, let me be honest. I've never believed that celebrities are necessarily people to be looked up to for any other reason besides their jobs, like what they are there to do. So like you should aspire to be as good as an actor that you like if they're a celebrity or whatever, or as well trained or well learned as a singer who like writes their own songs or produces their own music. Like that kind of thing is important. But for their political opinions, never, not at all. You should never, ever, ever. Worded that terrible. They were for Hamas hostages. Oh yeah, no. That's what I thought you meant. No, don't worry. I think we're on the same page. But no, I have never. I think for as long as I can remember as an adult, I've tried to stay away from idolizing celebrities for whatever takes they might have on anything, because they are just as subject to propaganda as we all are. In fact, possibly even more so, depending on their circles. And in fact, they also have a vested interest in keeping certain systems and structures in, like, at play, rather than upturning them. So, a lot of activism that they do is at most just a presentation and performative. So yeah, and there were a lot of people coming out in support of the Israeli government and what they're doing right now as celebrities that I, purely for the types of movies they made, like for example Jordan Peele, who I have a great amount of respect for as a director. Yeah, great amount of respect for as a director. It was incredibly disappointing to see someone who can make films like Get Out and films like Us. Is it Us? Oh, I think it was Us, right? That who can then, come out and be so misguided on it. But yeah. Okay. Moving on to yes, we're gonna see Dr. Mick. This is the last thing we'll do. We'll do Dr. Mick and then we'll do some music. Okay. If you don't know who Dr. Mick is, where are you? You should be following him immediately. Dr. Mick is a complete inspiration for me. I've learned so much from him. He's a doctor. He has a PhD in family psychology, I think, or clinical psychology or something like that. He is a family psychologist, and he does this thing called game sessions with a therapist, where it was us, okay, where he plays games and then he analyzes them from the perspective of a therapist. And I have taken so many lessons from him. A lot of his analyses are going to leak. I'm going to sort of preface my Mass Effect series playthrough with this as well, because I've seen him play the whole Mass Effect trilogy, and a lot of his analyses might leak into me as well in the way that I analyze it, because the things that he says are just so insightful. So, yeah. But yeah, let's watch this thing about Red Dead 2.
You're Arthur, right?
Oh!
No concern of yours.
I'm hungry.
I don't give a damn.
Look, you seem like a decent fella behind it all.
Then you ain't a good judge of character.
Yeah, well, we'll leave it there then.
I find this interesting that he says, you know, behind all that, I sense that there's maybe a decent man. And Arthur's like, nah, you're wrong. If Arthur really... So, here's kind of how projection works and self-schemas work. So if Arthur really does believe that he is a bad person and has created that internal schema for himself, he is going to act in accordance with that. And any time that somebody suggests otherwise, that is actually going to create some level of internal aversive arousal for him. And he is likely going to double down on the fact that he is a bad person. He's going to project that into the world. He's going to assume that other folks see him as a bad man. And anybody who doesn't, anybody who, like Kieran here, indicate that they think that he's good, if they appeal to his humanity, he's going to argue with them because it misaligns with his own internal story. And this is important for all of us to understand, because if you go out into the world projecting that you're a bad person, that you're incompetent, that you're a burden, you're going to interact with people as if that is the case, even when they flex their own autonomy and tell you what their perception of you is. And so then you put people into a position where they have to defend their positive opinion of you.
Yeah,
and
which
if
is
you do
crazy.
Enough of that, you become burdensome by not internalizing, or at the very least allowing other folks to have their own opinion of you. And
so it's like you believe you're burdensome, so you try and convince everyone else that you're burdensome, and then you become burdensome, but not because you believed you were, but because that's what you projected into the world. Like it just fulfills itself, right?
So Arthur keeps acting on this idea that he's a bad man, and he doesn't have to be. It's a choice that he continues to perpetuate that narrative for himself, and he needs to be careful, because if he's in a position where he could maybe do the right thing versus do the wrong thing, he might choose the wrong thing because he thinks that aligns with who he is, instead of actually taking a more 30,000-foot level.
Damn, that's so good too, because it's like, it's if I I like to repeat things so that I can internalize them myself. Like that's how I learn. But yeah, it's like if you believe that you are a certain way, then sometimes your choices are going to be made based on who you believe you are and what you believe you should do based on that, rather than actually taking rather than actually thinking about what you should choose based on what the best outcome is. You'll just choose the bad option because you're bad. You know, it's like playing a video game. It's like doing all the bad options, like speed running all the bad options because you believe that you're just playing a bad character. Huh? Oh, the dark urge. Yeah. I'll be semi-AFK going into a meeting. I can still hear with half an ear. Okay, cool. Arthur's self-destructive narrative of him being a bad person is a main theme in Red Dead 2, if you don't know already.
And I actually think, another piece of this is that what they're doing to this Kieran guy really only... If Arthur's a good person, he has to sit with the dissonance of that.
Yeah.
He has to say, well, wait a second. If I'm a good person, then...
Why are we treating him like this? Yeah, exactly.
And Kieran appealing to that, I think, is actually really smart on his part, because he's maybe instilling some doubt passively into Arthur, so that eventually maybe he accesses his humanity, because he says, you know what, if I do want to be a good person, it's true. I would maybe help this guy out. It's the best shot he can take. But if Arthur continues to say I'm a bad man, it makes it a lot easier to have that situation available.
Yeah, exactly. Just so cool. This dude is amazing. Okay, shall we do some music analysis? Let's go. So I think because I'm not really watching any music videos per se, I'm gonna flip over the screen and stuff. But we're gonna look over to music stream requests. May I nominate this one if we're doing music analysis? You may. Oh, and someone has said Chants of Sennaar. Hello. You know what we might do? We're going to do music analysis first, and then we might just do Chants of Sennaar after that if we still have time. So yeah, stick around. So we're going to do music analysis first. What is the chance that what Alex has suggested is something from Doctor Who? Let me click up to go find the thing. Written by Murray Gold. Oh, cool. Okay, it's a Doctor Who thing. I need to go find a check mark so I can react to that. Okay, there you go. Apologies that I just see that it's like Doctor Who Day or whatever, that we didn't do it on that day, but yeah. It's okay, we'll do it now. Oh god, I have to log into Dropbox? Hang on a second. Wait. Can we... Is there not a YouTube version of this? Hold on. I don't want to log into Dropbox. Jeez. File decay. Okay. It's easy. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, here we go. This is Vale Dachem, BBC Proms 2010. Okay, great. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is, can I full screen this? Oh, I can? Beautiful. Okay. I'm gonna full screen this. And hopefully there's no copyright for this one, but we'll see. I'm just gonna make myself a little bit bigger. So that, because it's mostly analysis anyway, but yeah. Okay, here we go. This is called Vale Dachem by let's look at the details. Alex says here, written by Murray Gold, which is like the main Doctor Who composer, orchestrated and conducted by Ben Foster, played by BBC National Orchestra of Wales London Philharmonic Choir, of Wales, London Philharmonic Choir, cool, and then a counter-tenor, Mark Chambers. I'm gonna hear a counter-tenor? Are you kidding? I love counter-tenors. Oh god, this is gonna be so good. Okay, here we go. This is gonna be incredible. This performance isn't on YouTube. I tried to find it. We get to listen to something without fear of copyright? Holy shit, dude. Okay, well, if we still get clapped for copyright, then you know what happens. But here we go. Okay. Oh, I'm so excited for this. Ooh, starting on a minor. I thought it was going to be major. Oh, it's a counter-tenor, dude. Oh. It's like an angel here. Oh. Is this the regeneration of the previous Doctor into David Tennant? That's pretty cool. Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh. feel that sequence? Oh, you can hear that coming. Wow. Oh, the progression is just amazing. Oh my God, they're not done. Coming back for one final thing. Oh, dude, yeah. Oh, the timing. Oh, wow. That was incredible. That was absolutely incredible. I think watching like... Oh, I got a warning. Hold on a sec. Oh, content ID? Oh, cool. It got me. Hold on a sec. Let's see if the hold on. Let's see if it's still going. Is it still? Are we still going? Are we still on? Or is the stream gonna crash? Okay, cool. All right, everyone says I'm fine. I just got a warning on my stream, like a content ID claim. When you turn on content ID matching, YouTube automatically generates claims against other users' uploaded content that match of your reference files. Yeah, so they have yeah, they have done this. Okay, so it is there. We're gonna have to watch this sort of piecemeal. Yeah. Okay. So I think there's one video that I watched a little while ago of a play of the How to Train Your Dragon soundtrack. It was the test flight track. It was the test flight piece, but it was played by a live orchestra, and the movie was playing on in the background. They were like timing it to that, and it was all live. And if I sat in either that or this audience, I would be moved to tears. I would just be moved to tears. It's absolutely incredible. Like this, I just can't I can't quite fathom how powerful an experience it is to watch a live orchestra play music like this. This was incredible. And yeah, powerful is definitely the word that I use for this, and I will continue to do so. Like here, I wonder if we can move through. Yeah. Okay, so literally, first, obviously I want to focus on like the highlight of the whole track, which is the existence of a countertenor, and not just any countertenor, Mark Chambers, an incredible countertenor. So I'm going to let's quickly go here, see if we can. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, so just that. Oh my God. All right, so let me explain the science behind a countertenor. I've explained this before. When a singer goes through puberty, hold on a sec. Yes. When a singer goes through puberty, male voices tend to drop, and you'll basically have a range that's high, and then you'll go through puberty, and it'll be like this middling, very awkward stage when your voice cracks a lot, and then it'll lower out, and it'll become more like this, right? But it doesn't always do that. Sometimes your voice cracks, you go through puberty, and then you go back up there, and you stay there, and your full voice becomes up there. Other times you train like an absolute beast to be able to get up there as well. And other times your voice never cracks at all. And that's just that's just a natural gift, right? And in all of those situations, you get a male presenting singer who has a voice like this, who can sing in. This is not a falsetto, by the way. This is full voice. This is called head voice, that is usually associated with sopranos or altos. But this is what we call a counter-tenor. And when we say counter, we mean on the higher side of a tenor. So like the opposite of a tenor, but higher, not lower. So usually we'd say the opposite of a tenor is a bass or a baritone, but this is a counter-tenor, meaning that it's the opposite, but on the other side. And to listen to this man, the pipes on him, it's incredible. He is able to seamlessly engage with his head voice, his soprano-style head voice, which is not falsetto at all. He's not using his false voice. This is full voice. If it was falsetto, it would sound more airy. But this, it's incredible. I'd also like to, for a second, I'm going to be a vocal nerd, and I want you to watch his body quickly as he sings. Okay, so we didn't watch him breathe. Hang on, I wanna see him. I want to watch his watch his posture. Hold on. Damn it. I don't think I'll find it. I think it's the only time they showcased him was there. Yeah, that's true. But you'll see, watch there. His entire, let's watch it again. Okay. One of the ways that you can tell this is not falsetto is because there's vibrato on it, which is a natural indication that you're using a full voice. It's very difficult to use vibrato with falsetto. A little bit of a natural vibration in the voice. When we sing, we don't sing just la. Our volume fluctuates. So when you sing a note with a lot of support, a lot of the times you can create a can you hear that there's a bit of a wobble in my voice? It ensures that you stay in tune. Funnily enough, it ensures that you stay in tune. If you try your best to just keep on the same note without any kind of natural flow or vibrato, you're more likely to dip and go out of tune, either sharp or flat. But if you maintain a steady vibrato without being too over the top about it, because I've heard some egregious vibratos in my time, you are more likely to stay on pitch because your voice continues to be like challenged like that, basically. So it keeps there. And I hate the way they shoot these promotions. Just show us the bloody soloists. I mean, it's obviously they're trying to show everything, and I appreciate them moving over to the choir and the instrumentalists as well. Like I like the whole package, but I agree. I think there should be like a solo cam where you could just see the soloist in the side or something. Because, I mean, just watching the technique is amazing. So cool. Also, hi, Sylv. I also love countertenors. It's great. All right, so two mates of mine heard this live with the same orchestra. Recently, in the same hall, they record the Doctor Who score in, although they copped out and used a soprano. Okay. I mean, hey, it's not easy to find a good countertenor, so, I don't blame him. But yeah, this guy, so you can see the way that his posture is. His chest is out, his shoulders are back, his neck is protected, which is great. The outfit is on point. But also, you'll note that I guarantee you that his body stays the same throughout the whole piece. I'm willing to bet money on that, because a good singer, a good vocalist, will allow the support to come from their diaphragm and will keep that support coming from that same place. The natural reaction of a singer, of anyone who is singing, not an actual singer, is to breathe with your shoulders, to breathe with your chest. And so you breathe in and you breathe out. But when you are a singer, the trick is to breathe in from here, and you're supposed to think the opposite. When you breathe, your shoulders cannot rise. So I want you to look very carefully and see the posture of and sort of see the posture. If you're going to be a vocalist, the posture should be a little bit like this. So I'm going to show you the wrong way to do it and the most natural way that we do it, and we go, yeah, we breathe and we breathe out, right? That's like, you see my chest swell as I go in, and then as I breathe out, it collapses again, right? Now watch as I breathe, preparing to sing, bearing in mind that if my shoulders move, my sound is affected, and I don't want to affect anything up here. So my breathing comes from here. Watch. Nothing's moving. And I've done that so much, I've practiced it for so many years that I do it naturally now without thinking. I don't really breathe with my shoulders anymore because my breath is already coming from my stomach, basically. The lower you think, the better it is. And that technique, once done, unlocks a part of your voice that you did not realize was there. It creates accuracy here because your voice is not put under so much strain with every breath. You don't have to keep repositioning yourself to get the right sound, the same sound that you had before. So your voice sounds consistent throughout the recording or throughout whatever piece you're singing. It's just an incredibly healthy way to sing, and that should be one of the first things that you do. I'm fairly certain he'd done the previous track as well. He'd been there for about 8 minutes just planted in place. Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, it as a singer, you've got to have endurance. It's an incredibly draining act to be able to sing like this, especially. I'm be lurking mostly. I'm exhausted after being out all day shopping and such. Well, I'm happy that you're here. Thank you for keeping us company, and for being a part of the day. All right. So, without further ado, I want to skip to another part. I've already been warned for copyright, so I don't want to test the algorithm too much. But there is this moment that I would love to come back to. So here, let's watch this, and we'll see this climax quickly. Oh. See how he took a breath. There you go. We found it. Okay, great. Look at him take a breath, and watch his shoulders specifically. They don't even move, dude, as he breathes in and breathes out again. His body doesn't move. He takes in breath, but his body doesn't move. It's amazing technique. Oh, the best part about this is that you think it's over, and then... Oh! That's incredible. I keep getting hit with these warnings, dude. It's pretty wild. Let me see if I can... We've detected video in your stream belonging to someone else. Your stream may be temporarily blocked. If you plan to continue, please... Please what? Hang on, can I, like... I wanna know if I can, like, go to my actual stream and see this happening. Let's go live quickly. The warning should still be here. There we go. Oh, it actually... Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, heads up, we've detected video in your stream belonging to someone else. Your stream may be temporarily blocked. Oh, here we go. If you plan to continue, please ensure that the content owner has added your channel to their allow list. Okay, so basically I have to just ask for permission ahead of time, which I'm not going to because I fall under fair use, YouTube. Vale Dachem translates to goodbye 10. Oh, that's so cool. So I love the fact this is just a soppy goodbye to David Tennant in Latin. I love this. It's great. It's just goodbye 10. Nice. Oh, Ave and Vale. That makes so much sense because in Latin, Ave is like sup, like hi. That's so cool. Anyway, yes, when this choir hits, it's incredible. I mean, look at this one just above me. Like he's giving his all in this. He puts his entire choirusy into this rendition. This guy as well. Shit. Damn, and this one too. They're all giving their all. It's amazing. Yeah, I would be, like I said, I'd be brought to tears too. Also, it's hard not to get swept up in the emotion of it all, you know? Like just the how do I put this? Just to see a Doctor Regeneration is to understand that there are so many years that actor has given and that character has had in the role, and to have them say goodbye and bring in a new one, this passing of the torch that has happened throughout the series is this incredibly, even for a complete non-fan, just someone who hasn't watched any of the series, that is such a powerful moment. I can totally empathize and understand with this, or empathize with and understand what's going on here. It's just so cool. Yeah, I like this a lot. I can really sort of imagine the what this represents, you know, and why it's so impactful for so many people. Yeah, I want to go to the choir a little bit. Let's say hi to the choir. Woo! Excellent not intonation. Excellent pronunciation. Enunciation is the word. Very good. I can see all the words on their mouths. Very nice. I love countertenors, dude. God, they're so good. Oh, man. It's just wonderful. Countertenors make the world a better place. I love listening to countertenors. I love listening to good vocalists, but especially, like, he's just so effortless with it, huh? Too late. Damn it. Hold on. Did we get clapped? Also, stream died for a second. We'll be back. I hate YouTube so much. And the problem is there's no alternative for me because Twitch is just going to be gone anyway. So if you plan to continue, please ensure the content owner is added. Yeah, I mean, I know it's unavailable, but like it'll be back, right? Like we're not going to go away. We'll be fine. Everything's fine. Everything is okay. Yeah, the BBC, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Too beautiful for YouTube. We back? Keep refreshing, you'll get it. I think we're back. I'm not playing the copyrighted content anymore, so I guess we'll see. Oh, I think so. Nope, never mind. Hang on, we'll be there. We'll get there eventually. All right, let me put some music on. Why not? Oh, it's back. Okay. Excellent. Very good. Okay. Your stream is no longer being blocked due to copyright issues. Well, at least at least doesn't do that. Like, at least doesn't kill my stream entirely. It's been an incredibly bad day for streaming, apparently. Still, stick around because I'm done with my I'm done with music analysis for now. But if I could, Alex, was there something in particular that you wanted me to break down in terms of music? Because I was a bit flustered with the copyright thing, so I've been focusing on the vocalist. But if there's something that you want me to particularly focus on and talk about for a bit, I can. Other than that, I'm just happy to have analyzed the vocal techniques and stuff used here. Having a countertenor is just an amazing. I mean, it's just bait for me, honestly, because I'm going to just focus on that. Because a countertenor is amazing. Also, yeah, the Sylv, that part brought you to tears. Like, it's incredible. The power of the power of music that with very, very little meaning to us can still evoke such emotion, and we don't even have the Doctor Who context for this. We don't understand where it comes from or what's happening necessarily, but it can still evoke that emotion in us. Is just proof of the incredible power of music. Okay, Mark Chambers was 90% of the reason. Okay, great. But yeah, I love any kind of vocal music, and being able to analyze vocal technique is amazing, and being gifted with a voice like that is like my ears being gifted with that is amazing. So thank you for that, Alex. That was excellent. I've loved coming back to the music analysis. What we're gonna do now for the last little bit of the stream is we're gonna be right back, take a break, because if you're watching the VOD, you're gonna see this little thing come up. You're gonna see this be right back, and you can just kind of skip ahead to the point where you want to see the next thing, because the next thing is going to be the beginning of Chants of Sennaar. And I think I'm very, very, very excited to try this. So that's what I'm gonna do. I find it quite funny because I don't really like the 10th Doctor, so I don't really get the emotional response to it, but on a pure musical level, it's pure magic. See, I don't even have the connection to the 10th Doctor. I got emotional. Okay, next music analysis, I'm going to need to find a link to the first time I heard a countertenor. You're going to have to give it to me. For now, everyone, enjoy a drink, get yourself some hydration, and we will be right back with some Chants of Sennaar, a game where I learn a fantasy language and the culture attached to it from scratch. So don't go away. We will be right back. Alrighty. Welcome back. If you are watching the VOD, this is your timestamp for the beginning of Chants of Sennaar. And this is the beginning of a brand new series. I'm going to be playing this from start to finish on stream for sure. I was intrigued enough by the trailer to be utterly hooked on the idea of doing this on stream. So this is what we'll be doing. I'm not gonna. This is gonna just be like another game that we play that we that we just sort of experience together. And once Outer Worlds, the other game that we're experiencing and analyzing together, is finished, we're going to move to the Mass Effect trilogy as well. So we're ideally going to have Mass Effect and Chants of Sennaar kind of running parallel to each other at the same time. So make sure that you have some something to hydrate yourself on hand. Make sure that you're relaxed. And let's play a game that I know very little about besides the fact that you're learning a language from scratch, which is something that I have an amazing passion for. So I'm very excited for this. I don't know exactly how it's going to work, but we are going to find out. So I seriously cannot wait for this. It looks amazing. Like it looks actually very much like a Tower of Babel kind of situation. Is it Babel or Babel? Some people say Babel, some people say Babel. Anyway, this is Chants of Sennaar. It's probably going to be very loud as I go up, but yeah. Probably only stick around for another half hour. Got some stuff I got to do, so once we're finished with the Doctor Who stuff, there's really no further reason for you to be here, is there? I tease. You're welcome anytime. Okay, so there's a lovely little hourglass going on here. Oh, okay. It's a tad loud, but I'm sad you can't see the title screen. Let's move over to let's move over to gaming and see what happens here. Hold on a sec. Okay, it does say the game. Okay. So here we go. Chants of Sennaar. This is going to be freaking great. I agree. Okay, first things first. Oh my god, that's very... Oh, little bells and stuff? That's sick. Okay, the effects are supposed to be, like, loud. It's a little bit, like, I'm not going to say obnoxious, but it is a little bit, like, jarringly loud. Maybe that's on purpose. Okay. Sick. Controls. Alright, so... Oh, God. Swap language? Oh, this is not a movement game. This is like a point and click. Okay, I can't wait for this. Okay, so we swap language with 5. There are 5 languages. There's a journal, and we can swap pages. Move, interact, cancel, and hints is shift as well. Okay, great. Oh, show hints is hold. I'll keep it on hold. Great. Let's look at image. Okay, and video settings. Yeah, this is fine. I think I'll go with, yeah, obviously full screen. God, anyone plays on windowed. Alright, here we go. This is very yellow. I'm going to quickly open up my YouTube chat while we open up possibly the first cinematic. Who knows what this is going to be? Here we go. Oh. Okay. Stop it. Stop it. Don't tell me that it's going to be a game like this. This game is going to make me feel things. Oh my god, the music already. Ugh. Okay, click on the background to move, and you can also choose to play with a controller. Shit, I have a controller. Okay, I think I might just play this with a, I might just play this with a controller. Darling, can you get me the controller in the tech drawer, please? Because we can play this with controller, and I think I want to. Alright, we can click around and move. Okay, we're a little hooded person. And if we if we click further away, then we run to it, but we can walk as well. And we just woke up from a sarcophagus. Okay, I'm gonna take out the old controller, which I bought a long time ago and haven't used yet. Well, haven't used properly yet. We used this to play like we used this to play Baldur's Gate, and I was not a fan. I far preferred using mouse and keyboard for Baldur's Gate. But for the for other games, we played Overcooked with the controller, and that was fun. Wait a minute, where did the cable go? Is the cable still there, or is it here? Ah, okay. Thank you. Okay. Right, here we are. Here is... It's just a normal Xbox controller, which I would like to try with and see, because I feel like this is a game that would work really well with a controller. So let's do that. Oh, please, can I just... Dude, plug in. Oh my god. Why is it so... stubborn? It's still a relatively new cable, so I have to twist it, and it's so hard to twist. There we go. God, okay. Right, so you're there. Let me just do this. And don't worry, guys. Half of streaming is sound and video, like, editing anyway, so. Which way do we put this in? That way. Cool. Right, I've made everything blue as well. So this is my controller. Yay, Xbox. Also, hi Ash. So happy you could join us. Hello.
Ow.
Would you like a screen share? There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Amazing. It works. Okay, the controller works. All right, I get to just chill. Oh, this is so much more comfortable doing it on a stream as well. Oh, this is so sick. Okay. Alright, so this is Chants of Sennaar. I have no idea how this works, but we can make myself walk as well, which is pretty cool. We can also run. Okay, sick. Everything is very yellow. A obviously goes through things, but I also want to see, like... Obviously that maybe switches... Ah, if I hold down the right bumper, it, like, highlights where I need to go, maybe? Or... yeah. Okay. I wonder if there are any, like, secrets and stuff. Alright, let's go this way. Up the stairs.
They might just highlight interactable things.
Maybe, yeah. Alright. How are you?
I'm okay, how are you?
Good. I'm doing okay. I'm very excited for this. I have no idea what's in store, but this feels gorgeous. I love the immediately we can see evidence of architecture, and I know this is a very culture-heavy game, so I know that everything is going to be purposeful here. So if there's a hole in the wall, we think, like, who made it, you know? Ooh. Okay. There's a cat having a bath atop your bed? That seems wet. Okay, so what happens here? Are we, like... Oh, there's something up there. Okay, there's something up there, and then there's also something there. Okay, we can't actually cross the... No! Okay. We can't cross anything yet, so... Oh, go close to an item and press the action button to interact with it. I don't know if the tooltips are gonna show up on, like, whatever side of the screen. So... I'm just gonna... Yeah, I guess I'll keep myself here until further notice. Okay, so press the action button to interact with it. Pull the lever. This journal will record all the glyphs you discover. To open it, press the journal button, which is Y, and you can also open it by selecting a text directly. Okay, so this... Alright, we've learned 3 glyphs. Oh my god! Okay. Alright, so I need you to understand. So far, if we're dealing with a language that looks like this is going to be very interesting, considering that the language besides English that I know the best is Korean, which is also a language that looks like this. It's very, very cool. Okay, so when you think you've guessed the meaning of a glyph, select it and use the annotation button to note your hypothesis. To exit the journal, press the cancel button. Okay, so we've just done these. Okay, we got to select it. Wait. Ah, and then we type. Okay, I can type with the keyboard, right? Yeah, I can type with the keyboard. Okay, great. So... Alright. So if this is going to be glyph... Hello, Thomas. If this is going to be glyphs, then the one on the right obviously means, like... It even looks like a lever being pulled. So... But what are we actually doing here?
What does the lever do?
Yeah, that's what I was going to find out. So, like, let's pull the lever and see what happens. It opens the door. Okay.
Just a lever, like, instructions on a lever is not going to include the lever. Like, it's not going to be like...
That's fair. I wonder. Well, then why is it, like... Maybe this means, like, position? Look. I'm going to do a favor. We don't know anything about this, so all I know is that I think what I'm going to do is annotate this and say, I'm going to say, like, it was on both functions of a lever. So, both lever positions. Let's put it there for now, and activate that. Both lever positions. For this one, I'm gonna hypothesize that this means up. Like the up position, and I'm gonna hypothesize that that this one is in the down position, and let's see if that does things. Wait, what? I don't know what that's doing, but anyway. Okay. Oh, sick! So you can actually go to where it is, and you can say up both lever positions and down both lever positions. But I think.
Yeah, see if the word or sentence makes sense.
Yeah, that's so cool. Okay, sick. Alright. So I'm just writing little notes for myself. We'll be here. Alright, let's pull the lever cronk. And open the door. Okay, what happens here? Are we gonna meet a person here, or... Oh boy. Alright, you can use the hints button to reveal nearby interactions. Yeah, like you said, things you can interact with. And then, of course, we can do this. Okay, there are now 6 levers. And a scroll we can read. Ooh. And this is how I know I'm correct. Because this...
Is it?
Because this says... Hold on a sec. Oh, God, how do I... X, Y... back. Okay. Because this says up, up, down, up, and that should, if we put these into that position, it should get rid of enough water. Let's have a look. Up, up, down, up, down, up. Okay. Let's see if I've been as smart as I think I was. So, what was it? What? Up, down, down. Well, it would help if I had short-term memory. Up, up, down, up, down, up. Okay. Up. Up, up, down. Okay. And then up, down, and then up. Sometimes my genius is almost frightening. Okay. So that works. Very cool. Oh. Oh. Okay, we found a door. Use the action button to move each glyph into the slot that you think matches it. If all the glyphs on a double page are correct, they will be definitively validated. Wait, so I need to move all these 3 onto a lever now? Wait, why? What am I...
No, go back to that page. You put those 3 into the spots on
No.
in the journal.
I know, but why suddenly...
And if you put them in the right spots, it will
Yeah,
tell you their meaning.
They'll tell you what they... Okay. Well, no. Well, I think they just say that they're in the right spots then. So let's see. So this has a meaning outside. This has a meaning inside. All right, so I've said that down... Let me have a look here. Specifically up on a lever here. According to this language, up on a lever means you've activated it. So I'm going to put up down there for key. Down goes there, and both lever positions goes here. Close, open, and door. Very cool. Very, very cool. Okay. The more glyphs you translate, the better you'll understand your interlocutors. If you... That's a very big word for someone who speaks words, chat, just in case you didn't know. If you haven't figured
Someone
out...
who can speak.
Yeah. If you haven't figured out the meaning of a glyph yet, don't have enough slots in your journal, keep looking around. Don't have enough slots? Do we run out of slots? Do I have to prioritize
Yeah, you can have...
glyphs that I know?
Yeah, you'll eventually get more glyphs than, like, slots are available in the journal to, like, guess.
Okay, very cool. What I think is incredible about language, right, is that different languages have created their own different contexts. So, for example, I think the best way I can think about this in a very easy context is thinking of it in Korean. When we have a word like door, the word for door in Korean is mun. But when we think about... Yeah, mun, yeah. But when we think about the word door in terms of English, a door is just a door. You know, we could take it back to the root of the language, but because English has so many different language roots, it's just door. The word mun is a Chinese character for Korean that means like entryway almost, like an entrance, which explains when you've said the word window in Korean, which is 장문. And you can see that it's used the same character, the same Chinese character as door. We use it for window. We just add a little modifier onto it to show that it's actually not a door, but it is still an entry point into a room, which I think is just so freaking interesting. And every language has this. So what I thought was up and down is actually open and closed, but those contexts are still there. This is going to be the most amazing game, I can tell. Oh, what was that big word? Interlocutors? Yes, interlocutor. Yeah, someone who speaks. Yeah. All right, so here we go. We did the 3 glyphs. So we have 3 glyphs now. We know what door means, we know what open means, and we know what close means. Okay. That's a door that doesn't open. We still haven't... Notably, we still haven't had any music yet. So maybe that'll come in. Oh, this is beautiful. This is called an aqueduct. Actually, no, right now it's just a bridge. It looks like an aqueduct, though. Oh, a person!
An interlocutor.
It's an interlocutor. Oh, hello?
Confirmed, he spoke.
Indeed.
He interlocuted.
He interlocuted to me, yes. Oh, God, what does this mean? All right, so...
It looks like a happy smiley face.
Yeah, so we're gonna... Oh, my God, 4 new characters? Okay. Mm-hmm. So this is very, instead of... I like how, I'm gonna say Chinese. I like how Chinese this is, because it doesn't... We don't know that letters are necessarily letters. For all we know, this could be a concept of something. Like this, the way that you draw this could be very much like Chinese characters, where it represents a concept rather than a letter.
They said it first before anything else, so I would assume it's some kind of greeting.
Yeah, I'm going to say just greeting here. And then this one would kind of be... I'm assuming that altogether, the most natural question that they would have for me is, what are you doing here? Or, who are you? which is probably two of the most common questions you could ask. So if we're assuming that grammar is the same as in English, which it's not going to be, but I think it might be interesting to at least postulate that it might be, we could say, who are you? And I have no idea that this is right, but it's good to have something.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, so basically, yeah, who are you? Basically, I've said, greeting, who are you? Okay. Now, I don't know.
Hey.
Oh, is he saying... Who opened door? Oh.
So who doesn't really make sense.
Okay, so maybe who is actually... Sorry, say that again? Ash, say it again?
No, never mind, because... No,
Oh, okay. You've played this game before, haven't you?
no, I've seen someone play it, but I
you've
can't
seen it.
really...
Okay. Alright, so I'm going to change this one now, because this is open door. I'm going to change this to you. And I think they've asked a question. As in, did you open the door? And in response to that...
Oh, he's telling you because there's a lever there.
Yeah. Please open the door, maybe? Maybe that's please. Maybe that's like a politeness suffix or something. So this game is basically Duolingo if they didn't lay off 2/3 of their translation staff and replace them with an AI, then the remaining staff just touch up the AI translations. Precisely. This is how you should actually learn a language. In fact, this method of learning language is the most effective method. It's called throwing yourself in the deep end until you know the language. It's the actual scientific method, the scientific name for learning language in this way is comprehensible input. And it is designed to expose you to as much of the language as possible with as little of your language as you possibly have access to. And in using that, you immerse yourself as much as you can until you learn the language. This is how I learned Korean, through comprehensible input. I transferred the language to myself. In fact, I didn't even go the whole way because my phone is still in English. I could have done that. Basically, the idea is you become obsessed with, you find a musical artist in the target language and you become obsessed with them. You watch a movie in the target language and you become obsessed with that media. You turn your phone to the target language and you just keep going with that. And basically, you just use the language every single day of your life until you know it. And it's called comprehensible input. It's the most effective way of language learning at all. There is no writing and no reading, nor should there be, because that's not how we learn languages at first. We learn writing and reading once we learn how to speak it. Speaking first, always. And the way that I teach, unfortunately, is always reading and writing before speaking. And so somehow, at the end of the day, all the academics who watch these kids in Korea come out of academies go, why can't they speak English? Gee, I wonder. Because they know how to write grammatical sentences, but they don't know what they've just written. Anyway. So what you're saying is I should move to a non-English speaking town like Wales or Simru? Yes. I don't know where the second one is, but yes. I will open this door, interlocutor. Oh, I don't know if that did some... Oh. Did you want me to do that? Alright. Now what are you saying? Hi, can we chat?
Oh.
You open door? Oh, this is the next one. Okay, so that was you. That can't be you. So if they say open door, but this one was said... This one was said at the end for who are you. So... Oh, I have no idea what this could be. I really don't. I honestly have no clue. I think I'm just gonna leave that blank. I'm comfortable with the U, but it could be different. So they're just saying something about opening the door. I will open the door. Hold on. I'm changing that. Oh, Jesus. Okay, right. I'm changing that to I or me. Okay. And... But then you are me wouldn't make sense, so we got to change this. Ooh, maybe it's do I know you? Maybe they said do I know you. In this case...
I mean, does that make sense either?
Well, would their first question be, hello, do I know you? Like... Look, I have nothing else, so I might as well. I'm theorizing.
Hey.
Ah, the native name for whales. Oh, really? Okay. You... Oh, a new one. You something. Contextually, I believe they're saying come here. So I'm going to call this come for now. I hate you.
It could be follow.
It could be follow as well. I was just about to say that, yeah. Okay, what now? Okay, cool. So now we've done this. I think this is follow. I think that's a greeting. And I think this is pointing to me. Ooh. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Greetings, you, and me. I am a freaking genius. Oh, this is so cool. It's so rewarding to do this. Wow. All right, cool. So I have work in... I have to wake up at 7:30 tomorrow, just as normal. So I'm up in 7.5 hours. So what that means is for the next 7.5 hours, I'm going to be playing this game until I have to be up. Because I can already see myself losing hours and hours and hours in this. This is amazing. So what are these little shapes? These little dodecahedrons?
I think it's so you can replay scenes.
Ah, we can go back. Okay.
If you're like still struggling to
Yeah,
like get the words.
If we need the context, yeah. Oh my god, that's so cool. I like how it puts in the grammar for you as well. Okay, you open the door. Yes, I shall. This game seems gorgeous. I may want to get this myself. Dude, it seems great. Me, come. What, right here? You've said that a few times. I want to say follow for this one. I'm going to take Ash's advice here. We're going to change this to follow. Me follow. Okay.
He's not really following you, is he?
Well, he's kind of following my lead, I guess. You close the door. Maybe that means cross? Maybe he's trying to say cross, like cross over the river, maybe. Okay. Yeah. So I think maybe like move forward, or I'm going to say cross for now. Or walk. Walk, cross. Okay. All right, I like this. Or possibly just move. Yeah, you're right. It could just be a character for move. Yeah. We're going to add move there as well. I'm adding a number of words because I know that different contexts can create different things. There are, and again, this comes from like the languages that I know. I'm sure, obviously every language has this, but I can only put my own experience on this. Ooh. Okay, so he's now saying you, me, and once again, this. We don't know.
Oh.
I wonder if he's asking a question.
Aid.
Yeah, help maybe. You help
Because
me, yeah.
he needs your help to get across.
Yeah. We're gonna go with help or aid here. You help me? Yeah, of course I'll help you. Let's go this way. I like how it could also be you before me, because I'm now doing the one first. You help me. Yeah, I'll help you. Don't worry, we'll get there. Okay. Oh, my phone is dying. Okay, cool so far. So far, I haven't seen anything on the left-hand side, so I think for this game I'm going to move my camera to the left. There we go. Okay, cool. So that works. Oh, we've stopped the bridge. Okay, so the water is not going to change now. Ah, okay, okay. I see what's happening. We've drained the whole thing. Oh, that's brilliant. Okay, cool. Now we can go across and drain that last lever. Okay. Awesome. We're gonna touch. We're gonna shake hands. Oh, we've got to go back and get rid of that. Okay. Let's drain the water from this.
There's a lot of activity for someone who's just woken up.
Yeah, this is wild.
No.
Am I not tired? This is a lot of cardio for a recently awakened pharaoh? Question mark. I really like the color scheme, but it is very bright. Like the saturation is pretty high. Hi, can we talk? I don't speak your language, but we can chat. Oh, it's a greeting, so it's the same for hello and
Yeah,
oh.
so it depends on context.
Yeah.
It's just the same word.
Okay.
Which a lot of languages have, don't they?
Uh-huh. Korean does.
Yeah.
Well, if you're speaking formally, then it doesn't. But if you're speaking informally, it's the same word. Yeah. All right. Goodbye, Alex. Thank you for being here. All right. So this just says goodbye. Okay. I like how the musical cues come in once we've like successfully solved a language thing or whatever. Like making sure to do that again. That's really cool. Okay. Alright, sick. We're gonna go through the same door that this person just went through. Right, let's go. Ooh. Okay, so the music that is playing now makes me think that we're in the Middle East or possibly Mediterranean. It gives me that kind of, or maybe North African, like Egypt or something.
Maybe you're in Madagascar too.
This is a reference, chat, to what Ash was talking about earlier. She sent me a video that was like, it was an interview with someone who was like, how many African countries can you name? And they started off strong with Madagascar, which isn't a country in Africa, and then covered themselves in glory by saying Madagascar 2. Of course, the neighboring country of Madagascar, the second island that is just north of Madagascar, Madagascar 2.
Yeah.
With the way you're writing the multiple possible meanings, it reminds me of how the Bureau speaks in Control. I have never played Control, but I'll take your word for it. I have Control in my Epic Games Store, though. Like, it was free for a while, so I did grab that. Ooh, okay. All right, so what do we got here? New thingies. All right, I'm working with known quantities here. These are crops. This is the sun, and it's causing things to die, perhaps. I have a feeling, I'm really just shooting in the dark here. I have a feeling that this character... Oh, it's doubled. Ooh, it's a double up. This is also a double up. Okay. So it's a double up of concepts. I have no idea. I genuinely have no idea. We're going to work with known quantities, and I'll come back to this. Oh, but you know what I will do? What I will do, I will add footnotes to myself so I always remember where I saw these. So, this was 2 lines. That means... Honestly, I'm just going to call these mural. Like, this is going to be mural 1. And this will be mural 2. And this will be mural 3. Darling, this game is so cool. Are you watching any of it in the bedroom? It's fantastic. I'm learning a language. So cool. Okay. Alright, so mural 1, mural 2, mural 3. Ooh, there's more. Ooh, we get to be very logical about this, because we're going to see a number of different blocks. Yeah, I'll get to all the other ones, don't worry. Oh, this is a kiosk. A little robot that can... Wait, that's another person. An interlocutor. Oh my god, there's so many of them. Okay. Alright, let's keep this going. So, mural 2... mural 1, mural 1. Oof.
That first one be sun then, since it's literally in the middle of the sun.
Yeah. I feel like you have an advantage because you've seen someone play this before. So aren't you just handing me the
It's got the symbol
answers?
literally carved
but
into
like,
the middle of the sun.
You've said some things before though that make me feel like, Okay, sun.
I can't remember shit. Okay.
You can't say things like that because I know the shit you remember. It's scary how much you remember.
Like what? What? I don't remember what I remember.
The amount of gaming details that you remember, like your selective memory works overdrive.
I don't understand how my memory works, okay?
I don't think anyone understands how just memory works in general. Okay, so... Right, so I'm thinking... I think that this means person. And that means that double up means people. So doubling up means plural. So I'm hoping that when you double something up, it means plural. So people then did something. I don't know what that means, but that must be plural then. With the same logic. Okay, and then this character in the middle, I have no idea what it means, but maybe like give thanks to the sun? Or the sun... There are a couple things it could be. It could be like life-giving or warm as a verb, like it warms the people, or maybe like energize. I'm gonna say energize. It seems a little bit too specific, so let's go with a different word to kind of make it more vague. It doesn't energize the people necessarily. Also, we're also noticing that the grammar structure is very similar to English, at least. So, like, in the order of words, it's like subject, verb, object, like you help me. So it would be sun, something, people. And it can't be help because we've already done help. So, sun, energize, warm, revive. I don't know. One of those. Okay. Okay, so the sun warms the people. Ooh, there's part that's missing. Okay, and now we've got this one, and I think this is a regular person, and I think this is a VIP. I think this is a leader. So, yeah, I'll because I'm not... Let's just go with leader as well. I think this is a leader, yeah. Ooh, nourish is a very good one. Yeah, I like this. Okay. So we have energize, warm, revive. Also, just by the way, I'm going to quickly make sure that people know I've begun my playthrough of Chants of Sennaar. If anyone else wants to check out this awesome game. Okay. So we've... Yeah, this is like VIP. I think, yeah, energize, warm, revive. I think instead of energize, I'm going to go with nourish. I was thinking for a word that means, like, give life, and you've beat me to it. And English is my first language, so thank you, Sylv.
Also, that one you're missing some context because it's broken.
Yeah, it is broken, yeah. So something happens, like leaders, the people create leaders or something like that. I'm not going to talk to you this just yet, even though you are wearing the same hat as one of these other leaders that we see.
Funky hat.
Yeah, I want to talk to this person, this little mural. All right, so the leader and the leader, something to the sun, worships the sun. Maybe this is worship. We can go with worship. The other way we could think of this is, yeah, I don't. Oh, wait, maybe they like tried to reach the sun or climb to the sun, maybe.
Oh,
What? What's up? Ash?
you could that symbol you could see as a very simplistic like drawing of someone like bowing down because it's like a little dot and it's like a curve.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Like the dot is their head and the curve is their.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why it could be worship. Yeah. I'm also seeing the word. I'm also seeing build, like building something.
Build.
Not built the sun, but like build.
They build the sun.
They built a way to get to the sun. Ah, yes. This entire game is about a Dyson sphere.
Yes.
I don't know what this is, but yeah. Okay, we'll get there. We'll come back.
That's why it's so bright, because you're living on a Dyson sphere.
Birds. Hi, birds. Okay, and the last mural is over here. Oh, this music is incredible, guys. If I want to be, I just want to be a nerd about this quickly. That the Sunless Sea has a built sun. The sun. To be a music nerd, this entire piece that we've been treated with as we walk through these murals is very reminiscent of of the musical style of like beginning an adventure. Like everything is still a little bit mysterious, everything's wondrous and new, and it gives us energy to move forward. Okay, so we got one more new thing, and once again, this is now. So there's a person, VIP leader. We're gonna call these guys like monks, maybe, because I feel like they were the ones that were spiritual.
Yeah.
But these
I
ones,
like how like words associated with people have the like people symbol.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah. So I think this is related to people in the sense that, but these guys are more military. So maybe they could be soldier or military. Okay. And
those are just like welcoming sticks.
they're wellness sticks that they will. They'll beat you to health with.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, we read all the murals. All right, so this one at first, that's just the people before they became that. That one goes there. That one goes there, and that one goes there. Perfect.
Man,
a devotee, a warrior, and God, not the sun.
So they worship the sun.
They view the sun as God.
They might worship the sun. Yeah.
So I'm right. This is actually worship then. That is amazing. Okay, so they worship the sun. And we were like bang on, by the way. Like that was very accurate. Okay, sick. So I have an idea of this. So let's see if we can now activate this. So like devotee, worship God. Okay. I also like how once you've sort of done the words and activated them for sure, then they tell you, like they replace it all instead of they replace it all instead of just like letting you stick with your like incomplete notes. They just replace all the words. It's great. Warriors closing the door.
It could be like you could get lucky, but your notes are still completely wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Warriors closing the door. So there's one shortfall that is actually, it becomes incredibly difficult to make in a game like this. So I definitely understand why they didn't do it this way. But you'll notice that before we know the words, we don't know what tense this is. We don't know what grammar like rules this follows. We just know the characters, and we have to put context to this. But this game, now that we know what the words mean, is putting context to that. It could be warriors closing the door. It could be warriors closed the door. It could be warriors will close the door. Like, that kind of accuracy is missing, which the game fills in for you once you know the words, which I feel like is something worth exploring. Like, it could be something that we may have... I would be amazed and very interested if I could have done that myself, but I definitely understand the extra work that it would take to make this, to, like, include all of that. Okay, and also we are right about the plural. Like, if you put two next to each other, it does pluralize it. Okay, so warriors closing the door. Why did the warriors close the door? We're gonna go talk to that dude over there, but first let's check this. Men unreadable. And then unreadable devotees. Okay. And then God nourish man. I mean, that makes sense, right? And then this one. Oh shit, I'm on 2% battery life. Okay. Oh, Jesus. I didn't charge my phone for the stream. I'm such a moron. It's fine. We'll just have a look as I go. Okay, and then mural 2, mural 2, mural 3. I'm not sure about that at all. Okay, let's go talk to this dude over here. Okay, hi.
Hey.
Hello.
Oh. Hey.
Oh, you don't have anything to say? Okay. Well, you did literally say hey just now, so that's quite cool. Hey.
Well, you're learning the language.
We are. It's cool that... I find it interesting that people are not... They don't seem surprised to see me, so clearly I belong here in some way. I don't know.
Oh, your clothing at least looks familiar.
Yeah, we're wearing the same clothes. We just look like a normal person, though. We don't look like a devotee or anything. Alright, let's see what's up here. Everyone seems to, like, not be surprised to see me, so I clearly belong in this area, but why don't I know the language is then the question. Ooh, look at that. It's the warriors that closed the door. Okay, hello.
Hmm?
Oh, God, there's more. You... Something, move door. Okay. So, first thing... The warriors locked the door. Okay, so you understand what I mean when I say that now there's very important context that is now added. Whereas if I just looked at these characters, I'd just say, warriors close door. But if you want to be more specific, and language often requires accuracy, this is very important to know. This context that they locked the door is really important to know. And that's obviously absent when we're learning the words. But once we've learnt them, we can add context to it. This is what makes certain languages, and I'm going to add my experience to this, like Korean, sometimes very frustrating. Because Korean is what you call a context-based language, where eavesdropping is very difficult. Because with the two people, or however many people are speaking, the words that you use are context-dependent. So... For example, the easiest example of this is when you start to talk about a new subject like me, for example, or the weather, then you maybe want to talk about the weather for a while. And so the next 5 minutes are a conversation about the weather. But you only mention the fact that you're talking about the weather in the beginning. And then you never mention the subject again. And everything else is just context-based. So, yeah, it's very interesting to come from that perspective of a context-based language to something like this, where obviously this is also very heavily context-based, but the game is giving us the context, of course. Okay, so the warriors lock the door. We got that part. But you walk, cross, or move the door. And I believe that this must be a negative modifier, like you can't. I'm going to say can't because I'll say cannot just because. So you...
Or maybe it is cross, so it's like you can't cross through the door.
Through the door. Yeah. I'm going to keep it as vague as possible until I have a more like contextual basis for it. But they're telling me that the warriors lock the door so I can't get through. Okay. Dude, this is incredible. I can't believe we learned this from scratch as well. Okay, hi, can you talk to me? Oh. Oh my god, there's a mini game? Hello? Oh, no, I didn't realize that this was a... Oh, Jesus. Hang on, I didn't realize that this was a game. Okay, let's pay closer attention. Okay, person, devotee, warrior, son. Okay. Alright, person, warrior. Interesting.
I'm guessing you get a point if you get the higher ranking.
Yeah.
Which means the warriors are higher in the hierarchy.
Higher than the devotees. Yeah, this is teaching me about the culture. Okay, what if I pick the god? Oh, it shuffles.
Of course it shuffles.
Okay, cool. I like this. I like this a lot. Okay, let's go with... why do I go first? I'm at a huge disadvantage. Oh, okay, this is good. Don't pick god. Of course, they know where God is. This feels like it's rigged against me, to be quite honest.
You didn't bet anything.
What do you mean?
Why would it be rigged against you if you didn't bet anything?
No. I feel like for some reason, they know where all the cards are. I don't know. Okay, well, I'm just gonna pick God. Haha. It me. Yay.
What if you are God?
Right, now it's random. Now it's random. Let's go here. Oh, shit. Okay. Alright, that's 1-1. I feel like it's best out of 5, right? Probably. Because they won 3 and then the game was over. I still had 2 left. I'm going to stick with this one. I'm feeling lucky. Give me God. Okay, that's good. Don't you dare. See? How do they know? How do they know where God is? That's upsetting. Alright, I'm going to switch up. I don't like this positioning. Let's go with that one. Oh, yes. Okay. Okay, it's now or never. It's down to the wire. Here we go. I'm gonna go with
3.
This one, number 2.
Oh.
Okay, military. Don't pick God. Don't you dare.
I fucking told you.
You did tell me, didn't you? You knew. How do they know is the question. They
look like a devotee, so of course they're good at finding God.
Oh, I love this music, by the way. Once again, it's reminding me of like the way that this is composed. This piece of music is very it makes me feel like I'm home. It gives me a feeling of familiarity, but it's also but it is also wondrous. Like everything is also new at the same time. It's very interesting. Okay, can't go.
What have you learned? You should always listen to me. Always.
I should always listen to you. Yeah, I will not. I will not turn astray from your guidance any longer.
I am God.
Is that how you always knew how to find yourself?
Yep.
Okay, so you're asking to be let through the door to the temple to God, probably, and these warriors are saying no.
But why?
God something.
Is a lollipop.
Me, us. Worship.
Us, we.
Walk. You help us. They want my help to get through to what I assume now is a temple. So God is in the temple. We worship at the temple. And you help us. I mean, I'd like to, but I feel like they would stab me with their big, like...
They don't look good for stabbing.
I was going to say, not pointy sword. They would still probably hurt, to be honest.
I mean, yeah, they might give you a little nudge, but they don't think they stab you with it. So,
okay, let's have a chat.
Stabbing is not... It's not a high worry.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm a devotee. Okay, so me, devotee. Oh, that's interesting because remember. Ooh, so this is a person, and this person modifier with a little n is me, and this person with a 2-line modifier is you. Very cool. I like this. I like this a lot. Okay. So I'm a devotee. God nourishes me. God is in the temple. I worship at the temple. Okay, so they're just telling me about themselves. Okay, great. What about you? Hi. God is in the temple. I worship at the temple, through the temple, and the warriors. Ooh. I said this was cannot, but I feel like it has a different context here. Warriors cannot be devotees, they cannot understand us, or they're fighting us maybe. And warriors lock the door. Where did I see cannot the last time? It was like you can't move through?
Yeah.
Let's go back. Okay, so the first time we've seen that is you. Hold on. You cannot move through the door. This makes the most sense, but like it's jeez, I'm getting tired from thinking about all of this. It's like
Well, if you move on, you might get more context elsewhere. As well.
yeah. Okay, cool. Also, some of the things that are written here are literally like they could be Korean. Like for example, this sound in Korean for open is actually d. Like this is just a d. This is e. This could be p. So yeah, there are this seems. It's pretty cool that there's a lot of that I'm seeing similarities. Okay. Something's on my screen. Hold on. Okay, sick. Right. Can we talk to the warriors? Hi.
Ew.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Completely new. Alright, so wait. Oh shit. Oh,
It's a different language.
They're speaking a different language.
It's more angular.
Yeah, you'll see it. Yeah, it doesn't sound the same. Yo. So the warriors and the devotees speak a different language. This might explain their conflict. Okay, so obviously, so I'm gonna go out on a limb and just say you cannot move cross door. That's what I'm like. It's very instinctive, but yeah, this is so cool that the two languages are different. And it also, yeah, like I said, language barriers have been the cause of conflicts since the dawn of time. Okay, what about you? Okay, I'm rethinking what I think they're saying. So I actually think that this obviously means stop. This is you. This must be violated, and this must be law. That's what I feel like they're saying.
Yeah, but if you had broken the law, they'd be arresting you.
I'm kidding, because altogether that's stop, you violated the law, and
but
that's
you know.
a meme. They're no, they're not saying anything about laws, I don't think. I just think they're telling me that I can't pass.
Yeah.
And that's fair. I'm not gonna try.
Maybe they're telling you you're stinky.
Maybe they are. Let's go down here. Oh, wait a minute. Where does that other thing take me then? Does this take me down to the... Ooh, this takes me underneath maybe? Oh no, this is a whole... this is a whole secret area. Hello. Okay, put my hand on the thing. My energy is going into the thing. Oh my god, it's a mini game.
Only you have a tablet.
That's true. Oh shit.
Yo, is that a TIE fighter?
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like on the right hand side. Yeah, there's a TIE fighter. Look at that.
Yo.
Okay, so I can't make out like oh LBRB. Okay, sorry. I'm being dumb. Okay. Whoa. Oh.
Oh. So it's a message thread?
Yeah.
Someone's having a
Is this
FaceTime?
Is this a chat room? Yeah.
It's a phone call.
Also, how am I supposed to...
You don't have the stuff to put in there, apparently.
Yeah. Ah! Help me. Whoa, this is stuff we wrote already before, and this is... I cannot worship. Oh. So this person who looks like the informant, the Kubaz informant in Star Wars Episode 4, on the right-hand side, that goes in the radio, is like an anonymous contact, and the devotees are looking for help. Like,
Yeah.
And they're saying, I can't worship, let me in. I don't know what the hell this means. Okay. We're keeping this in mind. Very important to understand here, by the way, that we need, if we're learning a new language, you need to keep an open mind. You need to make sure that you're okay with making mistakes, that you're okay with failure. This is something that I am incredibly bad at doing. I used to beat myself up pretty aggressively, emotionally, for making mistakes with the language that I was trying to learn in Korea, especially considering the fact that I lived here, and I felt like every screw up that I made was a step further away from where I wanted to be and surviving in this place. The reality is that the only way that you learn to survive in a place is by making mistakes and learning from them. And reminding yourself of that is really tough, but it is so necessary. Mistakes are moving forward. It's not backwards. Everything is moving forward. Mistakes give us growth, and growth is forward. Okay, so this is another staircase that takes us down. But there's no door here, or at least not yet, so... Not me walking up to this vase and immediately pressing X just in case I could, like, smash it or, like, dodge roll into it. Games have, like, rot my brain. It's a freaking kitty cat. Oh my god. Pet the cat.
Kitty.
Pet the cat.
Ooh.
That's amazing. Okay, super cool. Ooh. This is a heading for something. Interesting. Hello. What does it do? Can we ding things?
No, housekeeping.
Oh. Oh. They do not want to see me. Okay. That looks like a dormitory of some kind. I'm not going to write anything down just in case, but... You know what? No. I will. This could be like... Yeah, it's a building name, so we're gonna go with that one. Oh my god! Oh, I'm in like this huge tower that was built. Oh, it's a kid. You
maybe not worship
me? I think we're wrong with worship. That seems wrong. what could it mean then if it's not help? Like, did we have help already? Have we confirmed that help? We've confirmed that. We haven't confirmed that this means help. So
it's more plausible because the other, like the
yeah,
first person was saying it in context of helping them cross the water.
that's true. Maybe this means follow then, because follow is another meaning for worshipping a god. So I'll keep worship there just in case, but follow could be there too. So okay, follow me? Question mark. And they immediately run away. So I do think follow is the best thing here. Okay, but where are you going though? Like, where did you? You going this way? Oh, there you are. Hi. You. Okay, this. Honestly, this says find to me. This absolutely means find. Like, you found me. Okay, follow again. Alright. Oh, am I playing hide and seek with a child right now? Is that just what's happening? Alright, I guess we're going back to the murals.
Like I said, I follow that might be seek then.
Ah, there we go. Yeah. Hey, I found you.
You can also seek God.
That is true. Yeah, maybe. So in Korean, the word find and look for is an issue of tense and not an issue of word. So seek, I think I will put here for sure. Follow, seek. The word seek or the word look for in Korean is like the dictionary form of it is 찾다. So like 찾아, like look for that. But if you want to say I found it, you can say 찾았어, which is the past tense of 찾아. So it's like it's an issue of past tense implies that you found something and that you're not looking for it anymore. But if you want to say I looked for something, that's a little bit more tricky to say. But it's such a rare thing to say that it's actually not, it doesn't really come up as a common problem. Very interesting. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll seek you again, child. Let's go. This is why language, that sort of distribution language transference, that method of language learning by immersion is so important, because this is one of the most important ways that you can learn the language by something like playing a game with a child. That's an incredibly important way of learning a language.
Oh, also above the symbol above the door.
Yeah.
It contains the same symbol that you said was temple, or could mean temple.
You are very right. So maybe this is.
Well, it's two of them, so it's a plural, and
they're in a box.
The box could mean it's kind of a building.
Yeah. So it can't be a temple building, but I'm thinking like.
It could be a temple building,
like an acolyte kind of area, like a nunnery or something. Maybe like a monastery. Let's go with that one. Okay, hi, I found you. Yeah, these are some of the most important things that have taught me how to speak Korean, for example. The simple sort of like kids that want to play games with you and they can't speak to you in English, or when kids speak to each other and they play games with each other, you learn so much by doing and by participating with them. Okay, now what? Oh god. Okay. I can't do something. I'm going to the monastery by. Ooh. Okay, so I can't play anymore. I'm going back. home, goodbye. Okay. Bye. Oh, you're going the wrong way. Oh, no. Apparently not. Oh, shit. There's a secret entrance. Ooh. Okay, cool. And now we get to put what we've just learned into practice. So this is find. This is seek. And by the way, I'm given this incredible feeling of catharsis for the first time we see this character is on the mural of a religious retelling of like a creation story or of a religious development story. And the way that we solidify what the context of this word means is when a child asks us to play hide and seek. That is the context that languages can span. And I find that so meaningful. This is amazing. And not only that, but this is also amazing game design. That the game creators will think of these widely different contexts for that.
Also, I just love the concept, like, whoever you are, you've just woken up in some weird bricked-in, like, sarcophagus room.
Yeah.
After God knows how long,
Yeah.
and immediately like, yeah, sure, I'll play hide and seek with a child.
Exactly.
No,
Just so
I don't
cool.
have time for this kind of thing, you know? It's like, yeah, fuck it.
I love everything about this. This is just so interesting. Okay, and now we need... Yeah, no, I didn't think so.
Maybe it's the, like...
Oh, it's the move
yeah, that one.
It's the move. Yeah. Ah.
Pass. Yeah.
So this is go or pass, as you said, or to move. This is find. We knew that. But interesting. Seek is... You were bang on
Want.
with seek, but it's also want. So it's not just... That gives a lot of different contextual implications here. Like, you can seek something, you can physically seek something without wanting it yourself, like desiring it. To seek and to desire are two very different things. And if you make them the same character, then the contextual implications of that are vast, especially in the context of a god. Like, do you look for God or do you desire God? Very interesting. Okay, so now we know. Awesome. All right, let's get in here then. This is the only place we have left to go, so let's head to the monastery.
Hi.
Oh. Ooh, the... Oh. So you and me go to the temple because devotee cannot you and me. I have
the context of the scene, I'm going to say like see.
Oh, the devotee can't see you or me?
Yeah, because you've had to sneak into the place.
Oh,
and
like they... Oh, do you mean can't as in they shouldn't see us here?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe this is C. I mean, this kind of looks like an I. I feel that. The context I was thinking of was if you're cannot... This seems to be a negative applier. So, like...
Yeah.
We're just going to say negative here. So if it's a negative modifier, it means maybe like... I was thinking if you are not a devotee, then you can't be here. But that seems a little bit overly complicated.
Well, okay. I'm taking, like, you know, gameplay context. Like, everything's suddenly black and white except for, like, a bell and places and, like, that you could probably hide in.
Sandbags, yeah, that's very true. Okay, good catch on that then. You're right, this is probably C for sure. Okay, so what do you do? Are you gonna hide in the sand or something? Oh, we're gonna throw sand.
Distraction.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it makes you think you're opening the door. Interesting. Okay. Okay. This kit is great. I like it. Right, go close to a hiding place. Press the action button to hide. Go along the walls with the left stick. Press the cancel button to return to free travel mode. Okay.
Once again, I love this. First you play hide and seek with the kid and it's like, fuck it, let's commit crime together.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
You're cool, let's break into a place.
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
We're gonna go to the temple. Wow. I guess that trick's gonna work on you multiple times, huh?
I mean, it's their job.
It is the job, yeah.
They hear bell, they gotta go answer.
Oh shit, they came back too soon. Oh no. Shit. Nope. Run. Oh, damn it. There's a hand on my face. That was stressful. Alright, let's try do that again then. There doesn't appear to be a method of like necessarily saving. I think it just auto saves when you enter a new area. Okay, let's go there. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Alright, go. And as soon as you go, we go. Very quickly. Very quickly. Okay, so it was me. It wasn't them. Okay. I was just too slow. Okay, hi, where are we now? Hey, kid. Hi. Okay, we can't get to the temple. We know that. The devotee closed the door. I thought the military closed the door. What's happening here? Yeah, that was creepy, Sylv, when a hand went over my face. I didn't like that. You, me, seek, want something. We want entry or a key, maybe? Interesting. New. Okay. Okay, what are you looking for? Clearly looking for something.
That might be key if they've like, because he's probably talking about this door.
Yeah.
So that might be key.
So this can't be temple then.
It might be.
It still might be temple, but they're using it in a lot of different contexts now. I'm gonna say that that's key. Alright, well how about here? Is there a key here? Oh, yes there is. Oh, there's a key. Collected items to add it to the inventory. Use the left stick to rotate. Ooh, it's an interesting key. Very cool. Okay. You find the key. Oh, okay, cool. It is key. Yeah. You and me. I mean, let's go, maybe that means. Some elements of the environment can be combined with items from your inventory. To combine them, first activate the element, choose your item, press the action button again. Okay. Combine the key. Let's go. Awesome. Through the door. Oh. Okay, so I just got an achievement. It says reach the Abbey, which is kind of a cheaty way of me determining that this means Abbey.
Yeah, it's kind of spoilers.
But thank you, Steam. But you know, monastery, Abbey, same thing, really.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, child, for your trust and for letting me into this place. Bye.
Thank you, child, for the crimes.
Okay, so...
Oh!
What? Oh, there's some new ones.
Nice.
Hold on. Damn. Okay, so... Yeah, that's the negative.
Yeah.
What is that? Stairs? I want to say that I have a hunch that this is the right one, but
Escape and leave.
yeah.
Maybe leave, because it was like, we leave.
Yeah. But I also think, like...
Oh, great. Okay.
Incredible. Free. Okay.
Free.
So this means not. I knew it. It's a negative modifier.
Huh?
This one's free. And this one means up. It doesn't mean temple.
Great.
It means up or great. And, okay. Let's think language is tied to culture. This particular culture is all about, hello, Alfred. This is an incredible game that I think, I feel like just everyone would love. I'm about to finish the stream as well because it is 1 a.m. But I'm glad you're here to stop by. I hope that jury duty was okay. Okay, so let's think. Within the context of the fact that language and culture are very heavily intertwined, the fact that this people's entire creation or religious story is how they built a temple upwards to be closer to the sun, which they see as a god, it makes complete sense that the further up you go, the better it is. Therefore, they've turned the word good or the word great into an upward motion, which I think is very interesting. Just left the courthouse. Okay, awesome. Damn, dude, this is so sick. All right, well, I'm in the Abbey. I think considering, like, the timing is great. I've just arrived at the Abbey. Everything seems fine. This is a great time to end it. So I think that's where I'm gonna end it. This was Chants of Sennaar. This is part 1. I will be doing this until I finish it. This is absolutely incredible. This game won a lot of awards, and I can immediately see why. Sorry, it was nominated for awards. I don't know if it actually won. And I can immediately see why. The score is pulling me in a really lovely way. I like the choice, the way that the choices of when to use music and when not to use music is very, very well designed. The very obvious standout benefit, or the very obvious sort of standout highlight of this game is the learning of languages. But what I really love about the way that it's been designed is that the writers of this game very clearly understand how language works and that it is context dependent and that many words can have many different contexts. And so I love the fact that the biggest takeaway for me was how we first learn a new character, a new concept, a new word on a religious mural, and the way that we solidify the meaning of that character is not by reading a religious text, but by getting it in a completely different context by playing hide and seek with a child. That, to me, speaks great game design, and it speaks great understanding of language. And I can't wait to see more of this game. This is amazing. So freaking cool. Oh, God. So that was Chants of Sennaar. And I cannot wait to play the rest of the game with you. Yeah, it's so cool. I love language, so probably that's awesome. Language context. I remember a short story. I think it might have been Ursula K. Le Guin's, where ants were chanting "up with the queen" when they wanted to kill the queen because up was dangerous to them. Yeah, exactly. That kind of stuff is culturally created, which is why if you ever want to create a language, it's much harder than you think. If you want to create a language, you have to create the world first and then create the language, because the language develops from the world around them. The world comes before the language.
Which is why Middle-earth exists.
Which is why Tolkien wrote Lord of the Rings, because he wanted to create Elvish, Sindarin. He
needed to create a world that it fit in.
Exactly. And he understood, because he was a linguist, he understood that, which is why some of his writing is god-awful to read, because it's so overly descriptive, because he's doing his best to describe the world around him so that the language can develop in that as easy as possible. He understood the fact that you need a world-sized world to fully create a language with context. And these game developers on a very simplified level seem to understand that as well. And I love that. So cool. Was a fairly interesting experience, was overall very boring. Sorry to hear that, but I'm glad it was at least a little bit interesting. Why weren't you selected for the jury though, as I see in Discord? Were you just not impartial enough? Did you shout guilty too much? Did you get like too enthusiastic? Did you try and give the judge a hug? Because I saw that video. That was very interesting. Yeah. So that was Chants of Sennaar. I'll be playing more as we go. I wanna try and have this on in the background for sure, because this is just so cool, and it's so nice to be able to talk about language and things. So yeah, awesome. Very, very cool. Oh, goodness. If there's a takeaway from this that you can take from, this episode of Chants of Sennaar, it's that language has context. And it's one of the greatest things about learning a language is also learning the culture attached to that language and learning what gave rise to certain words, certain characters, certain meanings. They brought like 40 of us in, didn't get called before jury was selected. Oh, okay, fair enough. So they just call a bunch of people and then some on no shows, and that like they sort of reduce their pool that way, so they're guaranteed to get a few. Alright. Well, either way, fuck walking uphill in the cold. I'm so sorry. Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you stuck around for the tail end. My jaw hurts from talking because I've been literally like non-stop talking this stream, so very tired. Can't wait to go to sleep. Thank you all very much for joining. Thank you, Ash, for keeping me company as always. And I will see you possibly in the next stream, but if not, just during the week. Have a wonderful day, my dear. Goodbye. And for the rest of you, yeah, we're gonna just say goodbye. Not one for mincing words. We've had a bit of a hiccup at the beginning of the stream where things crashed very easily, but I think it'll be I'll just kind of add it to the tail end of this, and it'll be fine. So it's my fault. About had a panic attack on the way here because big city parking sucks. Yeah, I get you. I as someone who also lives in a city where parking is a nightmare, I totally understand. I mean, I don't have a car, but like just looking around and being in friends' cars, same thing. All right. That rounds out our stream for today. I'd like to thank you all so very much for watching. Make sure that you stay hydrated, that you are kinder to yourself than you're currently being, is how it goes. It is 1:02 in the morning. I will see you on Thursday in 48 hours where we do it all over again. Take care, everyone.
My body